Lee Barnes has been the activist of the decades at the seed exchange. Always there, always doing it. He also, by the way, wrote a book about hiking in the Smokies. He was an extension agent. He has been doing and serving our community forever, and I'm so thrilled that he gets the award this year.
I fell in love with seeds at a young age, and I appreciate y'all letting me share that passion with you. The seed exchange to me is just a trick to get you educated and enthused about a very important thing. So thank you very much for this award. I'm very honored.
Well, what I want to do today is present an outline of seed-saving techniques and go over the importance of seed saving. This is an example of abundance in traditional art, and I think the main focus, we need to save seeds to save our regional food supply. Food security is having your own seeds and not have to go out and buy them every year. Also, the trend in the industry is that we're losing so many varieties because seed companies are basically dropping unprofitable lines to sell you hybrids, and it gets worse from there. So let's just think about eating local food. I got, this is kind of a quote that I'll read. I don't read most of these, but it's poetic, and this is the bottom line. Saving seed is about keeping the circle unbroken, nurturing the spark of life, and passing it on. Our seeds tie us with the past. With them, we preserve the future. In the simple, sacred act of saving seeds, we become the stewards of thousands of years of plant evolution. Seeds are beautiful. I put this slide in just to show some diversity in shapes. I fell in love with seeds at a young age, and I hope other people share that passion. A friend told me recently that she coordinates volunteers at a botanical garden that collects seeds. And she says they're always happy. Whether they're sweating or working, they're always happy. So it's a nurturing thing, I guess. I grew up in a family feed seed business where we actually bulk seeds, would weigh them up. So I remember falling in love with the various different colors of butter beans and just the diversity of seeds, just the different examples of ways to store seeds, economy of scales, and these are actually soda bottles in third world country used to save seeds. So the principles are the same. I would say growing food and saving seeds is a radical act, and we all should get involved. Change the world, change ourselves. Modern agriculture has tried to, I think, limit the varieties that are available to us, and we get used to that one or two varieties of tomatoes in the grocery store that have no flavor, they're shippable, but that's about it. So we can add beauty to our diets. I think these are just perfect type things to sell at farmers market. I think a lot of the heirlooms, they don't ship well, so that really gives you an opportunity to feature them locally. This is an old slide, I think from the 80s, that starts to show the loss of varieties. You can't quite read, but for example, this shows 408 varieties of peas in 1903. If you follow that graph down into 1983, there's less than 25. And this trend has increased since the 80s. But our diversity is being lost. Chemical seed companies are buying up smaller seed companies and basically shelving the products so that they can sell their products, hybrids. Some people have talked about the idea of saving all our seeds in a vault in Norway, and you can't do that. In my opinion, a seed is a plant in a box with its lunch. It only has so much lunch. Seeds metabolize. They only have so much food, so you have to grow them out. It's a living being. So that's one thing I feel good about my seed exchange. I can take old seeds and people will still try to grow them out and keep them living. So the design of this thing, I think, is more of a political PR thing. It's an old coal mine, I believe, that is 1.5 miles from an airport. So if anybody wants to swoop in and steal the world's supply of seeds, it wouldn't be difficult. The numbers I've seen were at these temperatures, they say they can keep seeds for thousands of years. I don't believe it. Seeds fall into 3 seed longevity classes. And with few exceptions, you don't have seeds that last more than 50 to 100 years. They have found some 2,000-year-old dates and things of this sort that apparently are viable, but not a whole lot. So we got to get away from a centralized seed saving. And my favorite group is the Seed Savers Exchange. They're the largest non-government organization in the world collecting and distributing seeds. Their latest yearbook lists 13,000 species, named unique cultivars that are available through their membership. Now, some of these are available commercially now, but a lot of them, the beauty of this, they do have a farm in Iowa, which I encourage people to go visit, but they only grow a few thousand seeds each year because of just limits of space. Their secret to success, in my opinion, is that they diversify the work among their members across the continent and the world. And so members grow seeds, and then they simply mail in information, and it's put in a catalog. Then you can go in. This is organized with a key that shows the location of the grower, and those give you clues to find seeds that are grown in similar climates, growing season, that sort of thing. And if you can't find seeds from your climate, you go to similar climates. Our job as our ecological niche in the world, in my opinion, is to spread seeds. So, and also be worm food in the end. So that's from beginning to end on that. But it's a wonderful organization. This book is only available as a member product. There's approximately 2,000 varieties of tomatoes. The last third of the book is just tomatoes. They also have incorporated a flower and herb exchange into their main catalog. It was a sister organization also in Iowa. So those flowers, they recognize the importance of flowers and herbs. The Seed Savers Exchange was started by the Wheeleys, and they had been given seeds from, I think, their parents. This is Grandpa Ott's Morning Glory, Moon and Stars watermelon. The large spots are the moons and the smaller. And there's several varieties of that. There are varieties that actually the foliage has the spots on it, so they're very ornamental. So I will just note that the Southern Appalachians are a hot spot for genetic diversity. This was a report that was done that I think it mentions about 1,300 cultivars of beans and sweet potatoes and apples that are in the region and that are basically at risk. Here's a map that kind of shows the area. So we have a great potential within our area to identify and exploit heirloom varieties. One, we can protect them. Two, if we can develop market niches and loyalty with our buyers and chefs, you've got people who will come to you for things.